Hi everybody, I'm Deanna from YouParent on YouTube, and today we are here for another episode of How to Adopt. So today I'd like to talk about referrals. For those of you who are new to adoption, a referral is basically the official word that we use, obviously, when we find out who our child is. In certain circumstances, you really don't know who your child is until you go, and I will explain. When we adopted in Guatemala, we adopted my daughter Matea in 2005. The program is now closed, but at the time, you would receive a referral early on before you were totally approved for everything. So we knew about Matea when she was 6 weeks old. And then, but prior to that, we received another referral, and believe it or not, at that time, I just had this gut instinct that this was not my child. Now, it was sort of taboo at the time to just say, sorry, that's not her, but for a month, I tried to let this sort of sink in, and I just knew that my daughter, Matea, who obviously, those of you who know our family, know that she is perfect for our family, was somebody else. So, there is part of that, but in some countries you are not allowed to just say sorry, so there's always a leap of faith because it's hard to necessarily connect by just a picture and a description. Some of us do, and then when we meet the child, we find that they're totally different than what we thought, and we could be disappointed and have to work on that bonding, which is normal, but and others fall madly in love, and the child even exceeds their expectations of what they thought. So there is a leap of faith there. When we went to Ethiopia, we knew about our children because they were listed. We got a video from our agency, which at the time was Adoption Advocates for Ethiopia, and they were living in Layla House. And we saw a picture. They were considered special needs because they were a sibling group and they were older. The youngest was 5, Jared was 5, and Grace was 9. In Ukraine, we actually found a picture and a video of Alec that was on a website called Happy Child, and we pursued his adoption from there. Then we realized he was on another website as well. Now, I really want to address Ukraine because a lot of people are adopting from there, and it's a great country to adopt from, but as American citizens, they don't allow us really to adopt children until they're 5 unless they are on a certain list of certain special needs. Alec is HIV positive and was not on that list, so we had to wait till he was 5. Now, when I was over there, we were looking possibly for 2 children, and we were approved for 2 children, and I actually had a lot of faith after leaving there in these blind referrals. A lot of people adopting from Ukraine don't feel comfortable going with a blind referral, meaning that you don't know until you're over there and you go into this office called it was the SDA, the name has changed, but and you look, they give you some referrals, some basically profiles and pictures, and then you look and you pick a child that you want to visit with and then hopefully adopt. They were very, very particular with what they were going to show me, and technically there are certain rules that we are not supposed to be pre-selecting our children if we go to Ukraine. So I'm not going to go into the debate here about whether or not that's good or bad. I know that I found my child through a photo listing, basically. That was a Ukrainian photo listing, but that can be saved for another time. But I will say that if you want to go and adopt from Ukraine, there are a lot of children that actually aren't on any of these photo listings that would benefit, and a lot of sibling groups that would really, really benefit from somebody like yourselves going over there and saying, okay, show me a profile, because they're not the lucky ones that get on these photo listings. So, the other things I want to address are just, when you receive the referral, oftentimes, it's weird, it's surreal, because it's sort of like you have this picture and you're not quite sure, do I love this child, do I not? And you're guarded because you don't know if you should love the child, because what if the adoption falls through? I will just say that that's a risk that we take when we adopt. We I say that I'm all in, you know, if my heart's going to be broken, and I know a lot of people have had their hearts broken with referrals that have come to them and then been taken away. I've also seen amazing stories of referrals being taken away, and then the redemption story of these great children that are perfect for the family coming into the family. So I believe that God knows. And so if you're in that position right now and you've lost your referral, or you're heartbroken because you weren't able to adopt a certain child, just know that your willingness to adopt will be such a gift to somebody, and that there is a child that is perfect for you out there, and to go ahead, go for it. Also wanted to answer a few questions. Some people are asking about Alec or adopting HIV and the medications and all of that. I think they're different depending on what the blood counts are and all of that. But I will say that the medications are amazing, and they take medications. My son takes medication twice a day, one at 8 o'clock in the morning and then at night. And they're actually 3 pills. He takes them no problem. And his viral load is it's undetectable. So children with HIV, when they come to America, they can live a great, long life. It's considered a chronic but manageable disease. Children can live in a family without infecting other children. They can only catch it via sexual transmission, infected intravenous shares of the needles, birth, breastfeeding, that kind of thing. It's very unlikely for a blood that, you know, a bleed to infect another family member. They would have to have their, you know, they would have to have an extremely open wound, and then his viral load would have needed to be up, and it's just very unlikely that could happen. And then people, you know, the other thing is that I just want to implore many of you to consider adopting HIV or special needs, because they really need you, and your life will be so enriched from the experience. We believe we're going to find a cure for HIV, for AIDS, and that Alec is going to see it, and he, you know, his life has been spared from pretty much assured early death had he lived in another country, just because as an orphan he wouldn't have had the advocacy to get all of the medication all of the time. Living in a family automatically extends your life. So, and I know that I said that I was going to talk about the husband thing, not being on the same page, because I have a few stories, but I guess I'll get to that next time, even though I said that that was going to be this time. But please watch our videos. Please watch YouParent. As I said, I have a lot going on. I have a lot of fun stuff. I know that some of you that are fans, you can probably pass by these particular how to adopt videos because it's not necessarily as entertaining, but there are a lot of people who really want to know. So please subscribe to YouParent. Be looking for these how to adopt videos, and those of you who are watching the how to adopt videos, please watch the YouParent videos because they're really fun. All right, bye. Favorite food, yeah, of course, yeah.